Hi Virgo, this is your October 17th through October 23rd weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Ten of Swords clarified by the Eight of Cups. We have the King of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Cups. In the potential outcome, we have the Star with the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. And we also have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have an Aquarius on the table. Well, we started with the Ten of Swords, right? And it's clarified by the Eight of Cups. That could be interpreted in so many different ways. And let's focus on those right away. For some of you, either you or this King of Cups who is coming towards you, you could be, or them could be leaving an existing relationship, so they could be with you, or you could be leaving an existing relationship, so you could be with this King of Cups. As some of you may already know, this is not a singles reading. This is a new love reading. There is a difference. For some of you are single, others of you are not. All right. So that's one scenario. Another scenario is perhaps the two of you had a false start. Something just didn't work out. It just never got off the ground. So this is like a second attempt that you will have, and I think it's going to be a very successful attempt. Well, it's going to be a very successful adventure overall, either way. For others of you, this is much deeper. Those Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups represent the search is over. For both of you, the search for your soulmate, the search for your happily ever after is going to finally be over this week, because you're finally meeting the person you'll be spending the rest of your life with, right? In some tarot decks, in the Eight of Cups, one of the cups is actually in the sky, right? And that's what the person is walking towards, right? They're going on a journey in search of something, right? And in this case, since this is a new love reading, right, this is them and you going in search of your soulmate, in search of your happily ever after at some point in the past. And with the Ten of Swords, which is a card of an ending, right, the search is finally over. Right? So whatever the case, whatever the scenario, like I said, you are definitely meeting the person you could potentially be spending the rest of your life with, and that's how you will actually feel. We'll get to that in just a second. So we have this King of Cups right next to the Ten of Swords. This is the person you're going to be dealing with. Most likely a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. If they're not a water sign, they may still have a lot of water in their chart, or this is somebody who is mature, in control of their emotions, and still very loving. Then we have you, the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, absolutely doesn't matter. And I specifically clarified the Queen of Pentacles, asking how will Virgo feel about what's going on. Now we got the Ten of Cups. It's the happily ever after card. That's how you will feel about this encounter. And yeah, it's a family card. It's one of the best cards when it comes to emotionally fulfilling relationships or marriages. If having children or having more children is still an option for you, the two of you could definitely have children or more children together. Right, then the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that card speaks volumes. Okay, there's two people in the Two of Cups, right? That's you and the King of Cups. This is a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of two people feeling the same way towards one another. Two people are on the same page about what's going on. In the potential outcome, we have the Star with the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. The Star is the personal Aquarius card. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or somebody with an Aquarius in their chart. But here's the deal. There's two wish come true, wish granted cards in the tarot deck, and both of them are on the table. The Star is the first one, and the Nine of Cups, the next card over, is the second one. So it kind of feels like you are their wish come true and vice versa. Okay? So you get a wish granted, wish come true card per person. And the Four of Wands, the last card that came out, this is also a commitment or marriage card, just like the Ten of Cups. The thing about the Four of Wands, some people call it the 11-11 card, so perhaps divine timing is at play here, right? You're meeting this person at the right time in the right place. Right? The Four of Wands always reminds me of an actual wedding or a celebration, because in some cultures when people get married, they do it underneath the structure with the leaves and branches on top of it, right? And the structure pictured in the Four of Wands always reminds me of that. But ultimately, it is one of the commitment or marriage cards. So you do have two of them on the table, two commitment and marriage cards. One of them is clarifying your card, that Queen of Pentacles. Whatever the case, whatever the scenario is with those two first cards that came out, I see a very successful, loving, emotionally fulfilling outcome. It truly is a wish come true for both of you. I'm not even going to do an extended for you, Virgo, because that would be a waste of time. Really happy for you. Congratulations. Virgo, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Two of Swords, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups and the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Well, this spread screams a decision or a choice. We've got four cards on the table that could be interpreted as a choice or a decision, right? The Two of Swords is a crossroad card. The Two of Pentacles, clarifying it, is a card of weighing your options. The Seven of Cups could be a card of a confusion. It's a card of multiple choice. The Six of Pentacles, clarifying it, could also be interpreted as a card of a choice. And the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, this is you stuck and trapped in your own thoughts because you have a choice to make, a decision to make. And I think all of it has to do with that Page of Cups right next to the deck. The Page of Cups is an invitation, I think. So for some of you, this is perhaps you are going to have an event or you're planning an event and you're looking at whom you want to invite over, or perhaps you have multiple events that you want to attend, you want to go to, and you're just trying to figure out which of the events you can actually make it to, or a couple of events. All right? Perhaps you have multiple invitations and you're like, where do we go? That's what it kind of feels like, you know? So, yeah, that's what it is. It's just multiple events or multiple people. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Virgo, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have Justice, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups, clarified by Judgment, and the King of Wands, and we also have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Libra. I usually go with a court card if one comes out, and we do have one right next to the deck. That King of Wands is clarifying the Knight of Cups with Judgment. So most likely a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or somebody with a lot of fire in their chart. That's somebody who is coming back, right? Temperance on the bottom of the deck could be a Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius card. But if you want to stay general, then Temperance is all about healing, burying the hatchet, getting back together, restoring balance, right? We started with the Justice card. It could be a Libra, but Justice could play out as a major apology. This is them wanting to make things right. This is them wanting to get serious with you, right? The Ten of Cups, the next card over, is the Happily Ever After card. It's a family card. This is what they want with you. This is a pretty serious spread, to be honest with you. It's a happy, a very loving, but at the same time, a very serious spread. The Knight of Cups, the next card over, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but the Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight out of all four knights. You know, this knight is often called the Knight in the Shining Armor, so expect a very loving, very romantic gesture, not just an apology, but expect something else on top of it. Okay, with a cherry on top of it. All right, Judgment is a card of somebody coming back from the past. I think it's going to be up to you how you want to handle this, but I don't see any rejection cards. I don't see any resistance cards, Virgo, if you catch my drift. So this looks very promising. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Virgo, this week. We have the Five of Swords, clarified by the Five of Wands. We have Temperance. We have the Queen of Cups, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. And we also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Sagittarius. If you got into a fight with a co-worker or a business partner, then you're going to be patching things up. If you haven't gotten into a fight with a coworker yet, hopefully this can be avoided. Alright, because there's definitely a major fight that we have here between you and the Queen of Cups. Right, both the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, clarifying the Five of Swords, are talking about a major fight, a confrontation, a major fallout, right, between you and this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, by the way. Temperance in the middle could be a Sagittarius, who is going to try to, you know, get the two of you reconcile, I guess. And Temperance is a card of reconciliation, burying the hatchet, restoring balance. It is a card of healing, right? The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, which often translates into a workplace environment or a business place environment. And the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a card of communication. Alright, so yeah, hopefully if it hasn't happened yet, you guys can avoid it without any escalation. And I'm not calling you out, I'm not blaming you, you know, but perhaps you can do something about the situation to prevent it. If this already happened, then you guys are going to be burying the hatchet. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Virgo, this week. We have the Six of Cups, clarified by the King of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Three of Cups. And we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. This is only indirectly related to you, Virgo. We do have a couple on the table, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And you know at least one of them. But for some of you, you know both of them. And what you're not expecting is those two to, you know, move forward in a relationship, okay? One of them could be your ex. You know, perhaps you're not expecting your ex to move on so quickly or move on with that particular person. Yeah, but I think this is those two starting a relationship. For some of you, it could just be, say you're going to be catching up with somebody you haven't seen in a long time, and you know, they will give you the news. Remember that person, or remember those two whom we used to hang out with? Yeah, guess what? Those two are decided to move forward. Those two decided to start a relationship, get into a relationship. You know, something among those lines, Virgo, right? So the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, both of them could be air signs, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The Three of Cups, that the Queen of Swords is being clarified by, is a card of reunion or a reunion. Perhaps you're going to be catching up with the Queen of Swords and they will break the news and say, remember that person whom we used to hang out? I'm actually in a relationship with that person now. Okay? The Fool on the bottom of the deck, this is those two taking a leap of faith, having a new beginning, right? And the Six of Pentacles in the middle is a card of equal give and take. A balanced type of a connection. So that's what you're not expecting, basically. Those two giving it a shot. Alright, so that's what I have for you, Virgo, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Virgo, have an amazing week.